Jonathan gave it to Clara and Clara gave it to him back. He did not expect this. As well as Jonathan went to Hanks's office to face him, but Hanks did not appear on him. And guys, do you know that Ken did the best thing to Jonathan? You know, he was the best in this episode. He paid him back, and you know that Hanks and Clara are going to join forces so that they can save Benny this time around. And you know what? These two people, Debbie and Emeka, they are getting on my nerves and feel like grabbing them and hitting them on the head. Welcome to this masterpiece, and thanks for joining this family. Now, after Benny had Emeka had told Jonathan that Hanksy brought or picked to have Debbie Benny from school the other day and brought him back to John to Clara's restaurant. Jonathan decided to go and meet Clara. He found him on the way and he stopped her and he decided to give her a slap. And she hugged this. Clara was like, Debbie, Jonathan, are you crazy? Do you really, have you run mad? Why are you stopping me on the way? Jonathan gave Clara a big slap, and Clara was not even patient. She also gave him a very good slap, which even told him and asked him, are you out of your sense? Why are you doing this? He said, yes, I'm out of your sense. You and your boyfriend, you are not even ashamed for going to sleep around a married woman, to sleep around with another man. But no, you went ahead and gave your daughter to a man also to do the same man you share with your daughter. And Jonathan was like, and what are you talking about? She said, that's Clara asking. He said, Hanks, you and Hanks and my daughter are having an affair. So Clara was surprised and said, before you say all this, have you asked what really conspired between John Hanks and Debbie? What had really happened? He said, I don't want to know. He said, I can see you are mad. That's Clara saying. And Jonathan was like, yes, I'm very mad. I'm mad that you and my daughter, you are doing this to my daughter. And Clara was like, really? And who the hell told you all this nonsense? He said it's Emeka who told him. And Clara was surprised. He says, you, Jonathan, if you have failed to use your brain and your mind, at least for this time around, use your brain and understand. Don't be led. You're always used to be lied to. So Jonathan pushed Clara away and wanted to enter in his car. Clara gave him a big stamp on the, on the spinal cord, and Jonathan was like, Clara, you have killed me. Clara, my spinal cord, help me. I need your help. Clara, what have you done? Clara just entered in her car and drove off. And we're the series called Most Scary Marriage. Guys, it's the movie is getting so much hotter and hotter because this time around Jonathan did not expect this. Now the next day when we go to Benny, remember Benny got a good slap from her dad without even hearing her side. Benny decided to explain this to her mother, to her auntie, Madam Teresa, and Teresa was like, oh, this is really serious. He said, why did you tell it your dad? He said, he did not even give me a chance to speak. If he had given me a chance to speak, maybe I would have told him. He said, why didn't you tell him at the first instant? How can you tell a person who does not believe in you? Really? Now, as they were still talking, I heard a door opening. And who was he? This it was Jonathan with a back which is paining, and it seems he is in big pain. He wanted to come towards Benny, and Teresa blocked him. Teresa blocked him and asked Jonathan, "What is it? Calm down. Why are you always hot tempered? Calm down." He said, "Teresa, get away. I don't want something happen to you, which happened to you at the time." And Ben was like, "Dad, you can do nothing. You went out to hit mother. Why didn't you finish her? Why didn't you kill her?" And Jesus was like, "Benny, stop talking like that to your mother, to your father." Benny said he can do nothing. That's when they decided Jonathan was running over Benita, and Benny was running around. And as they were running, she ran into his room. And yes, I was like, "Jonathan, what has really happened? What is disturbing you? Why are you like this? Children, why are you doing this to yourself?" Jonathan did not explain. He just wanted to run fast to Benny's to find Benny. Jonathan said, "Jesus said, I'm not going to help you. If you run to him, you are going to face it by yourself. And I'm not helping you because you want to go to her." And when Jonathan, the next day, he came to Hanks's home, or sorry, Hanks's office, shouting because he was blocked by the bodyguard. Since remember last time, the man, the investigator said they have to put an eye to everything. They have to put people to protect him and Clara. So he was there ranting, "Clara, Jonathan, Hanks, come out, you molester, child molester, come out." And Hanks was like, "Who?" Asking his secretary, "Who is that?" He said, "He's Jonathan." And to see the way it looks, it seems he has come for you, and he is very tough on this. That's and he said it's okay as long as it doesn't hurt anyone or come to destroy any of our properties. Let him rant around and find himself a solution. Like really. Jonathan, the way he runs, you may think that he's very strong, but the Hanks he's trying to put down, Hanks is a free person. He doesn't mind about his problems. Now, Jonathan and Mr. Ken, they are here discussing about something, and Ken asked her, "Why are you going down each and every day? Don't you think that you need to reset yourself from these problems?" Don't you think now? You see, I told you, you sell the car so that you can do a Uber job. You said you cannot. Now the car has gone just like that. You said even if it's a matter of anything, I cannot sell a car. I cannot do Uber. I cannot make a taxi. I cannot go under people's hand, under people's instruction. I said, "Okay, if you don't want, now see what John Hanks, what Emeka did to you. Now the her car has gone and you don't have a business. You see why I told you?" He said, "No, Emeka did not." Jonathan is always defending Emeka. He's saying this Emeka is not the problem. The problem is like for these men, because Emeka has interest at heart for me. He knows that this business was really necessary for me. That's why he gave it to me. But the man just duped me around. So Ken was like, "Really? Emeka has your interest in her heart?" And say, who gave you this deal? He said, "Emeka." "And who showed you the man for the loan?" He said, "Emeka." And Jonathan was like, Ken was like, "Really?" He touched his car and he said, "Okay, there's nothing I can do for you. Let's go and leave this place. As they were leaving, Jonathan pleaded Ken to believe something for him, and Ken was like, no, I'm not Emeka and I don't have your interest at heart, which means I cannot help you. And we are just called masquerade marriage. Jonathan, you deserved this. You deserved all this. How can you do anything like this? You said Ken is not having your interest at heart. Now you are the same person asking him for money. Like, really? Even if it's me, I don't give it to you. Now Ben came to her mother, Clara, and her mother asked her what really happened. Who told Jonathan about Hanks and you, and what conspired between Hanks and you? He said, who else if it's not Emeka? And Clara was like, does it mean that Emeka is talking on you? He said, Mom, I don't know also. I'm also confused about it. It seems like Emeka knows everything. They are always there to say, to destroy me. And Clara was like, now Emeka has gotten into my nerves. I thought that I'm fighting with Debbie, not knowing that even Emeka is around me. I have to look for Emeka. I have to see Emeka. Clara came and say, and came to Emeka to talk to him, and in her words he said, Emeka, why are you stalking my child? He said, the last time I checked, you don't have a child. He said, Emeka, what do you want from my family? So the last time I checked, you left your family. You don't have a family. Then Clara gave her a hot slap, which he will never forget. And he said, Emeka, I'm warning you. If I happen to know that you have a hand in everything which is happening to my child, you will face me rough. And he said, are you scaring me? He said, oh, you call it scaring. Let me tell you, the next time I see you around my child, you will face me. And if I get to know that you are behind all these shenanigans which has been happening to us and my family, you will face me one on one. And this is when Emeka said, okay, Clara, you are testing me. The more you slap me, the more you increase my anger. We will see. We will know who is who. It's all about me. We will see. And Clara is here sleeping, relaxing, but he's not having a sleep. As we all know, the instincts of a mother cannot even fail. Clara was not feeling fine, and he said to himself or herself, why am I not sleeping? Why am I not eat? Why is it that I'm feeling this feeling which I don't understand? Does anything happen to Jonathan? Is it Hanks? Is it my daughter Benny? Oh God, help me so that you can protect them. Same time, Mr. Jonathan, who happens to be the foolish one, is also outside thinking so much things because his car is gone. And when Mr. Hanks and her mother are having their breakfast in the morning, go talking, and the Hanks is saying to my mother as the food was nice, and boom, a message came into his phone. To look like this, it seemed like the photos of Benny were circulating on the internet, and he's like, what? Mother was like, what is it? Said, the photo of this young girl are circulating in the internet. It seems like the person who is behind all this is not against me, but is meant to destroy this young girl, which I'm not going to accept. He said, what? And the mother was like, you know what? You need to talk to Clara. You need to see Clara immediately. He said, yes, I did not want people to see me with her, but this time around, I'm going to help him. I'm have to do this before it becomes worse. And we are the serie called Moscow Marriage, showing at Mr. ALOY TV. Kindly send your degree. I send greetings to you all who are watching this episode, and those who watch Mr. ALOY channel, kindly go and watch the full episode, the young girl is devastated, crying, and called her mother. Mother. The mother told her, I saw everything, my daughter. And Jonathan came in, found her daughter crying on the phone, and he was like, Benny, what's the problem? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? He got a phone and talked to the person and said, hello, why are you, who are you? Why are you making my daughter cry? Because you distance yourself, how can your daughter tell you? She would have been free to tell you right now. But if she tells you, you will also judge her. That's why she is silent, and she can call her mother because she's the only person he trusts. Now the two are about to have a problem. They're about to have the fight. Who are these two? Emeka and Debbie. The Manica is about to bring issues between them, because as they were talking, Emeka was celebrating that they took the car, and Jonathan now he has no car. And that's when Debbie said, you are too much, but where is my money? Emeka was like, which money? He said, the money for the car. Who owns the money of the car? Is it Debbie? Should they give Debbie some portions or no? Guys, comment in the comment section. And I love you guys. God bless you. Let's meet in a new video. Bye bye.